Hey everybody, so today I'm going to discuss the Capital One Savor One card. As you probably heard in my last video, I was approved for the Savor One card very recently. At the time of filming, I was waiting for it to arrive in my mailbox, and I received the Capital One card shortly after I put that video out, and so I'm here to discuss it. So, that card is a foodie card, and pays for your entertainment too, so not just a foodie card. It earns 3% in the following categories: groceries, dining, streaming, and entertainment. If you're, looking to go to a sports game or a concert, take advantage of the Vivid Seats deal where you earn 8% cash back for those purchases. That is too sweet of a deal to pass up if you own the Savor or Savor One card. So definitely keep that in the back of your mind if you're planning to purchase tickets to those things. Until January 2023. All right, so the Capital One Savor One card has no annual fee. This card, I believe, is a competitor against the Chase Sapphire Preferred card and the American Express Gold card. Both those cards charge an annual fee. The Amex Gold card does earn 4 times the points on dining and groceries. The Chase Sapphire Preferred card earns 3 times the points on dining and then 3 times the points on online groceries, but not actual grocery stores. It's pretty weird, but that is what it is. So, the Capital One Savor One card, in my opinion, is better than both of those because it doesn't charge an annual fee and it earns 3% back. So, the thing about this Capital One Savor One card, the reason I compare it to those 2 other cards I mentioned is because those other 2 cards have transfer partners, and so does the Capital One Savor One card. So the Capital One Savor One card can be transferred to partners if you hold one of the Venture cards. Now, you can do this for no annual fee if you have the Venture One card, but I would recommend you get the Venture X card for $395 a year and take advantage of all those perks, because for $395 a year, you get that $300 travel credit and then the $10,000 anniversary bonus when you renew the card, which, you put those 2 together, that's $400, which gives you a profit of $5. The Capital One Savor One card, I think is great because it's easy to, maximize the value of it because you don't have to go out of your way to spend money to get something back because you don't have to pay an annual fee. So you just don't have to worry about that and you can just, go about your business. Now, there's been some complaints about Capital One because they're a little quirky about their application approvals, and the rules have kind of been all over the place. I have not had any trouble with Capital One. I've gone through their system successfully every time I've applied for a card. Now, I do own 3. So I have a trifecta set up: the Quicksilver, the Savor One card, and the Venture X card. And you do have to have excellent credit for the Savor One card, which I did have, and I was like 2 out of 24 in the world of credit cards. So if you have any questions about the approval process or if you were denied, please drop them below and share your experience. And if you're planning on getting this card, if you have a question about it, feel free to drop below. I'll answer it as best as I can to help you out. But one thing I will say about the application process for Capital One is answer every single question. Like, don't leave one blank. Give them as much info as possible so your chances of approval are higher. Anyway, so the Savor One card, I think, is better than both the Chase Sapphire Preferred card and the American Express Gold card because it earns like the same rewards. Savor One earns lower than the Amex Gold card, but with the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, it earns the same amount of cash back for dining, and you don't have to pay an annual fee. But the thing about Capital One is the points are not available to transfer partners for the Savor One card unless you transfer to the Venture X card. But once you transfer to the Venture X card, you can't transfer them back. So what I would do if I were you is keep it in your Savor One account until you need the points for your Venture X card because you're taking a trip or you're going to transfer to a partner. Because once it's in the Venture X card, it can't go back. So just keep that in mind. So if I were you, I'd hold on to it in the Savor One account until you need it in your Venture X account. So that's the one thing you need to know about the Capital One system. So I think this is an amazing setup. It's a foodie card that goes up against both Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Amex Gold card. It earns great rewards with that, and you can get something back for not spending very much. You don't have to go out of your way to spend extra money. just to get something back because you're worried about an annual fee. Now, I do own the American Express Gold Card, and as I said in my last video, I've been on the edge about it because I think their annual fee is just, too high, as their trifecta has shot up to $945. While the Capital One system is either $395 if you get the Savor card, it's only $490. But with that $5 profit from the Venture X card, it drops to $385. So anyway, I think the Capital One system is pretty good. Capital One is really being aggressive and winning consumers over, and I think it's definitely a system to consider. So again, questions, comments, concerns, or if you don't like Capital One, that's cool. Just drop it below. I'd love to hear about it. Anyway, that wraps up this video. I thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.